Hey folks, welcome to another broadcast with DerkovRenault-Le here. Just wanted to go ahead and do a New Year's Eve special for all of those that are currently watching. I know that you guys currently have a black screen, but at this current time there's not really a whole lot that I have for you, so I'm just kind of loading some stuff in. I do actually find it relatively amusing. I do find it relatively amusing on what they ended up doing. With a lot of this here. So, alright. Alright, and folks, we are going to go ahead and go live here. I know that I ended up missing my cast last week. It's just that I've been working so hard, 14 days straight. Tomorrow will probably be my only day off for a while. And it's just, the holidays have been interesting. I don't know how many of you folks have actually gone ahead and attempted to go shopping in order to spend all those wonderful gift cards, but man, I was given a Kohl's gift card, and all of a sudden, bam! But, and all of a sudden, bam, it's all like, hey, look, yeah, you got all this, and it's just like, it's like, But, I went to go spend a gift card down at Kohl's, and now mind you, folks, I haven't been, gift card shopping in quite a long time. Yeah, my gift card shopping, actually, even shopping for clothes, which is what I was originally going to go for, I couldn't find anything. And the bad thing about that is that I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do great! I know what I want, I'm gonna get in there and get out! Yeah, I know, the guys that are listening to the stream going, yeah, I hate clothes shopping too, and, the guys are like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So there are the, strange and really rare and weird guys that go, oh, I love shopping for clothes and shoes, and at that point I either have to ask if that's a fetish, or I just go ahead and say, you have fun, guys, rock on, and just kind of like, okay, to each their own, because actually at my job there's a couple of guys that are like, oh, I love to shop for blah, and I'm going, okay, and a lot of them, and I'm going, okay, maybe I'm just a little strange. I mean, even for video games and stuff like that, I don't browse very long before I typically go in, know what I want, and get out. And it's really kind of weird with that. So, it's just weird, overall, that's all it is. So, at any rate, currently, let's see, let me go ahead and turn the screen on here. There we go. Currently, we have some of the bands. We have your typical bands, Blitz, LA Shen, Moo Moo, Malphite, and typically the fifth is kind of up for grabs for, what people really want to go ahead and play. And a lot of folks know how to play, a lot of folks don't. So, and it looks like that, yeah, they are disseminating between jungle and stuff like that. So some people, I swear. I really don't care what they want to go ahead and do, I just, whatever. The last game that I wound up doing, I actually wound up doing a, Katarina mid, so. That's going to be an issue. Sivir and Raka. And they have Katarina too. Same sauce. Oh well.
Punch
Doesn't really
first.
matter.
Ask questions while punching.
Yeah, Baxel might have the highest ELO here, but not a good combo. Tristan Sona, not a good combo. You want to do like Taric, especially against the Severin Raka. Baxel, North America, wow. 7-6, that's not too bad. His typical is AP mid. He typically has a loss rate on that. His top rate sucks. He doesn't do a whole lot of jungling or support. Let's see, what was he last season? Solo Q, Elo. Yeah, he's 12 and 28. No thank you. Let's see, rank stats, masters, profile. Personal ratings. I don't even see the fact that he actually has any champions, or that he even played last time. I don't see any of his other, previous seasons, which is really weird. Yeah, and he plays either Kassadin or Diana. That's awesome. And they still have the bug report. They still actually have the whole bug thing to where I should have known. I wasn't paying attention, but hey, I should have known it, whichever. At any rate, no, there's a lot of things that end up going on with a lot of the things with League right now, which has caused my casting a little bit more of a pain than usual, but hey, I'll deal. It's okay though. I mean, it's the start of the game. Typically when this happens anyways, it's actually relatively easy to fix, especially with casting. So I don't know why it happens. I don't really care. I just know that I have to reload sometimes. It works. At any rate, a lot of people don't quite 100% understand what really happens. Crap. Really? It's saying that I have a firewall up? Wow, that's real interesting. Alright, let's hope that this ends up going through, because that would suck. You don't need my team thinking that I abandoned them. There we go. I guess the game just had to start. That's really weird. I don't know. Sometimes I understand this game, sometimes I don't, and I'm like, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Ooh. A DC and the team's already fighting. That's awesome. Wow, Cass mid, Katarina top. Whoa! And Cass is absolutely doing absolutely nothing. Well, you know when they say that, they're going to screw up the metagame, that's one way to go ahead and screw it up. Wow. But the fact is that since these guys are actually switching, it just shows that they don't know how to handle their lane. And unfortunately, there's a lot of times, at least right now, that when the lanes end up switching, it actually just ends up hurting everybody else. It doesn't really end up changing the lanes in any way whatsoever. So wow, I can't believe they actually warded that bush. Yeah, whichever. Ah, crap. Tried to get up to Raka, but that didn't work, so that's okay though. I think they ended up swapping lanes because they know that Riven can go ahead and Riven can handle Cass, typically, and then, I mean, it really depends. Because as you can see, I mean, Riven has the hit points to deal with Cass until Cass hits level 6, but Riven's also not MP based. And since Riven's not MP based, she can do a lot more damage than Cass. And of course Cass does absolutely nothing when I come up, so Riven is going to go ahead and head on back. I don't know if they ended up buying a ward or not. we go. Ribbon's dead. Ribbon's dead. Ribbon's dead. I don't know. I got Nerd Alert stuck in my head. For those folks that have no idea what I'm talking about, Nerd Alert's actually done by Kurt Hugo Schneider and Husky Starcraft. Husky Starcraft is one of the main people that I wound up getting really, really detailed and in-depth into casting with. And to be perfectly honest, it really ended up helping me. Yeah, there's Ribbon coming back. And Darius. Darius is level 5, that sucks. That sucks for me, but whatever. Darius ended up so Darius has 2 kills, I have 2 kills, and we both have 16. Except for Darius, it looks like that he's actually going for, he actually looks like that he's going to go for a Wriggles Lantern. Not 100% sure, but doesn't really bother me any. Like I said, I think that Cass can handle Ribbon. I'm not 100% sure about Zen and Katarina. Yeah, it does actually look like that she ended up buying a ward. I don't know whether she actually bought a ward or not, but let's just play it on the safe side and let's say that she actually has. And until I'm level 6, there's not going to be really a whole lot that I can go ahead and do. Now, the one thing that Zen has over Katarina is that Zen actually has a massive sustain that Katarina may or may not be able to actually deal with. So we will wind up seeing what really ends up happening for them, and it looks like that Sivir might be out of place, and I don't think either of them have been back. And there's Darius. Crap, I didn't realize Darius was still there. Yeah, that's my fault. Oh well. Live and learn. But Darius is going... What can Darius build? He can only build a Wriggles with that. Yeah, he's going Wriggles. He has to go Wriggles. He doesn't have a choice. I'm personally not going Wriggles because I think Wriggles is stupid. But, man, to each their own, you know? For me, I've done this build so many different times, it makes it incredibly hard. And the fact that Darius is going Wriggles just gives me a lot more ability and a lot more sustain to the fact that I know that he's not going to be able to really pull anything really too jank. And if he tries to pull anything too jank, he's really going to wind up hindering himself in the long run. You know, I probably should have just gone back and not given Darius that other kill. But I thought it was only Raka, but my sense of reasoning, I guess, isn't currently really working all that well. Which, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I understand kind of a lot of where I'm coming from on a lot of this, but, you know, then again, it also comes from the fact that, I guess I'm not really 100% on top of my game. I don't think Riven's even gotten a kill either. I set Cass up and he can't even finish the deal. That's awesome. Yes, I know that Darius' ulti's down. I really can't believe Cass couldn't even close the deal. I come in, rip apart Riven's remaining health, use my ulti, and he just stands there. Man. Jeez. Yeah, need a gank and don't bother coming up. Don't bother asking me for a gank. Don't ask for a gank if you're not going to use it. They're being camped because they know that they can dive you. Nice. Darius is all over the map. Cass is overextending to no end. Top's gone. Nothing I can go ahead and do about it. And Darius is just able to go ahead and rampage because nobody can shut him down, and really until they actually nerf him, there's nothing that we can do. Unfortunately, they've made Darius incredibly powerful. Darius is actually able to build extremely tanky and still do extreme amount of damage. What I really need to think that they need to lower his basic output. They basically need to lower his basic output for his ulti. Bring it, Buttercup! Come on, D. You can bring it. I know you can. Yeah. Because see, right now he's got 1600. Either that or they just need to lower his armor ratio. I think they just really need to lower his armor ratio. If they lower his armor ratio, that would actually change a lot. Nice. I'll take it. It's sloppy as hell, but I'll take it. I'll take that too. That was extremely sloppy, but yeah, I'll take it. don't know what they're going to do now. The fact that I have some armor is going to change a lot. There's Darius. Don't see Katarina. There's Riven. Wow, Zen's actually building kind of tanky. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. I have no idea what's going to happen. Crap. Zipper killed me. Yup, it's all physical damage now. I really wish they would get Dragon instead of trying to go after a turret. It's really just not even worth it. Yeah. I mean, I do admit that Sona had a good idea there, but the problem is that, you can down a turret at any time. You can down a turret at any time. You can't down the dragon at any time, and if they get it, it's literally going to go ahead and spell disaster. A lot of people don't understand that. Huh. I don't know, Katarina's not that big of a threat. Darius and Sivir and Riven are. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to wind up doing. Come on, Zen. There we go. If we can keep getting the dragons, and sorry folks, just kind of focusing a lot on that. If we can wind up getting the dragons, we should be okay. They got one more tower than we do, but we got the dragons, so we'll be okay. And I'm actually surprised. A lot of people had stopped playing Cass, but that's just because a lot of people have figured out how to shut him down. He's no longer as OP as, you know, everybody once thought. And let those two push. I don't mind. That's right, forgot that if I do a little bit of damage, I wind up, or if they're just near me, I end up getting the turret aggro. So we've ended up getting all the dragons. The only thing now that I would really be worried, or rather concerned about, is going to be the Baron. If they get the Baron, it's going to present a certain doom, so to speak. Let's see, 1,300 more and I can get a frozen mallet. Come, go back. Actually, the towers right now are even up, because we got that tower. They've got... Actually, no, we're ahead. I forgot we still had our mid tower. Alright. And I mean, as you guys can see, you can't really take Vi on. Ribbon's way too squishy. Yeah, Ribbons has 3 Dorans, no armor whatsoever in order to go ahead and stop Vi. Cass is going to go ahead and mop up top. Darius just is not the tanky that he needs to be. He doesn't have the power in order to really take down either me or Zen. Not without a lot of help. I mean, Zen's gotten really tanky really fast. And usually Zens don't normally go all that tanky. Let's see. Yeah, Darius only has 2,700 hit points, and he's only rocking 182 armor. That's just not right. Yeah, Trist is just devastating. She had a little bit of a slow start, but she's actually doing pretty good. All I need to do is just kind of wait for the minions to come up, and then call it good. I'll take the death for the turret. Wow, we did all that without Zen. That's awesome. Tristana's actually been doing pretty decent. Unfortunately, Sivir has a lot of extra damage on him. That's okay, though. One of the major things is that we have their inhibitor down. Our minions are able to do a lot of pushing, and that top turret's pretty much going to go down here relatively quick. And they actually... was thinking about trying to get something kind of armory in order to deal with Katarina, but then it's like, I really don't need to. She's not doing that much damage. She is just an AT. So I mean, there's not really a whole lot that really needs to be done with her. I mean, it's not like she's a threat. And Riven ends up getting caught out by herself, gets ripped down by my team because she was trying to go ahead and try and come in and help, and that's not really going to do her much good. Wow, Riven is worth absolutely nothing. Alright. The game started off kind of rough, but, nice. We didn't even have Baron. And here's the problem with their team. They had no armor pen whatsoever. Riven didn't even build tank. Yeah, Vi's getting nerfed. Alright, folks. Let me go ahead and turn on my screen share here so you guys can go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and kind of recap this. Riven has no armor pin whatsoever. She didn't buy anything to really assist her. She only had 205 minions. And she was also top lane against Kassadin. She should have been able to go ahead and just, decimate, but she didn't. So let's go ahead and let's break this down even a little bit further. I did end up having my entire build. I did my full build and I went full tank. I got the Hydra mainly just to go ahead and provide damage in an outward radius, because I knew that they were going to be all bunched up. Because you had 1, 2, 3 melee that are going to be close in. So it's going to just yeah. So I mean it's really going to come down to a lot of what ends up happening. Triss ended up doing really well. She did get the Black Cleaver, which gives her a total of 25% armor pen. Combine the 25% on top of my 35%, or on top of my 30%, and that's a 55% armor breakdown. Now, Darius did get what he needed, the Frozen Heart, but it was too little too late. Darius needed to go ahead and get that first off in order to shut me and Tristana down. And instead of buying the Runic Bulwark, what he should have gotten is he should have gotten a Thornmail. That would have shut Triss, me, and Zen down extremely hard. Because Zen does absolute massive bonus damage, and nobody had, well, Zen had magic resist, but nobody else had magic resist to go ahead and really deal with that. The Warmogs here, as you can see, I mean, it does an absolute massive amount of health, 1,000 health, things like that. So I was able to get in there and mix it up. So that was 1,000, 1,700. So I mean, I had an additional 2,100 health on this build, and I had armor up the wazoo. There was no stopping it. I mean, literally, there was no stopping it. Especially with Vi and stuff like that. I mean, Vi is incredibly awesome. She can be incredibly powerful, but she can also be incredibly stupid because people don't know what to do with her. A lot of people don't know how to use Vi very efficiently or effectively, for that matter. Kassadin did end up getting his Seraph's Embrace, which is awesome. I mean, and Sona did pretty well. I mean, I will admit that her item choice could have been a little bit better, but that's okay. She didn't really have any GP5 items. She converted to the Revelry very, very quickly. I think that's something that I'm always hesitant to do as a support, just because it is a little bit of a pain in the ass, because I do like that constant gold generation. Now, the problem is that Cat did okay. I mean, if you take a look at all of their gold, the one that had the most was Sivir. But if you take a look at Sivir's items, she did have Blast Whisper, but she was easily targeted. Darius couldn't protect her, or chose not to. Riven didn't protect her, or chose not to. And Katarina, unfortunately, is extremely countered by Kassadin. Just because Kassadin all he has to wait is for when she jumps in with the ulti, and he nails her with the silence. As well as Katarina had to deal with Zen, had to deal with me and Tristana and Sona. Everybody on our team had a way to stop her ultimate. That was a very, very poor selection on Katarina's part. Just kind of with that, because if you take a look at that, I mean, okay, Sona has a stun, so her ulti can counter Cat's ulti. Zen's ulti can counter Cat's ulti. Zen's Q can counter Cat's ulti. Kassadin's Q can counter Cat's ulti with the silence. Tristana's ulti can counter Cat's ulti. Just boom, you're knocked back. My Q and my ulti can counter Cat's ulti. So, with that being said, that's an incredibly poor pick. Just kind of an FYI. Now, if we go ahead and we go back, let's take a look at Darius. Darius, as soon as I saw him going Wriggles Lantern, I knew he was screwed. Because you can't go Wriggles as a tank Darius. This Riven did let their team down. But unfortunately, as a tank Darius, you can't go Wriggles. You don't have enough time. I figured that I could go ahead and buy one decent item, and I bought the Hydra. Then after that, as much as I used to hate Thornmail, I have to go with it. It's my go-to item now, because a lot of people, they're building heavy damage with the Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, and a few other items. They're building heavy damage, and this just counters it. I mean, it's 100 armor. Even if you have, Last Whisper and stuff like that, you're still going to take 30% of your damage back as magic. Plus whatever I'm going to smack you with, and when I'm up and in your face. So let's go ahead and let's go to the grid, guys. The grid, we can go ahead and we can take a look at this. 246,000 damage from Vi. That, I believe, is all from the Thorn Mail. Yeah, that was a massive critical. That kind of hurt. Oh, wow. Largest killing spree, 5. Darius had a 6. Our multi-kill was 3. Yeah, I mean, we decimated their team overall. We had 81 assists, so that just means that our team was together a lot more. 1.6 to 2.025. So yeah, our team was a lot more together than the other team. Additionally, our damage output was a lot heavier. Let's take a look at Katarina. Katarina did, wow. Katarina actually did the most damage. That's kind of surprising. But then again, Darius, Riven, and Sivir were countered by myself. Hence, let's see, that's 100 armor. That's 145 armor. So I had an additional 145, which left me, I think it was like right around 2 something, I guess. And then with that, you also had Zin, who went Renadune's Omen and also the Thorn Mail. The Omen was really, really good because it stopped Sivir. Riven just ended up, running in and kind of being a patsy. There wasn't a whole lot that she could actually do. All she was able to do is run in, ooh, stun! And then she was done. After that, there was nothing else that Riven could really do. She started off kind of strong, but she just fizzled. I mean, her first item was a Black Cleaver. You can't do that. For Riven, that provides you, with your attacks, that doesn't provide you a whole lot of damage. You're not fast enough, and you have no sustain. Now, in in the immortal words of my friend Tainted X, she isn't used to saying she gets her kills elsewhere. She roams a lot as Katarina. This Katarina didn't really roam very much. Katarina's item selection is extremely poor. I mean, granted, overall, are they good items? Yes, they are. But here's the problem. She got in I don't know really what her item choice was, and I'm pretty sure I can actually go back through the cast, and kind of just delve into that just a little bit more, and I may end up just doing that. But she ended up getting an Abyssal Scepter. Who on our team, I mean, granted, yeah, I understand Kassadin, but other than that, most of the damage was coming from Tristana, me, and Zin. It wasn't coming from Cass. Let's take a look. We can go ahead and take a look at total damage dealt. Kassadin only 106,000 damage dealt. The main damage was coming from myself and Trist. And I don't know if I can actually stress this enough. I really don't. But when you die, if you are a tank or you want to live longer, look at who's dealing the most damage to you. Is it physical? Is it magic? Just take a look. There's items out there for everything. I mean, hell, for Darius, a Maul would have saved him from a lot. Right here. Because I mean, if you take a look at Vi just does an absolute absurd amount of damage, and she also decimates armor. And the Bulwark was, a really great idea, but it didn't help. It didn't help. And a lot of it rarely ever helps when you don't have the items in order to counter it. I mean, granted, yeah, Darius ended up having, a good amount of armor from the start, but he built poorly. He couldn't slow anybody down, And as soon as I saw him buy this vial, which was extremely early on, the Crystalline Pass, that's a move of desperation. You know, and that's either a move of desperation or a move of you're getting cocky because you think that you can waste 225 gold in order to go ahead and buy that you may or may not ever use. I mean, granted, when it first came out, yeah, I loved the vial. It was awesome. It still is. But nowadays, I mean, you can do that. You really can, but it makes it incredibly hard. Let me send a message to my friend here. So, alright. At any rate, let's kind of go back to this a little bit more too. They didn't catch us out of position very often. Zen wound up going a little bit tanky. When I was in Champion Select, when I saw all the other champions, I knew I was going to have to build tank. I didn't even attempt. I basically went with my first jungle item, which is my Hydra, and I moved on from there. Now, I know that I can be a lot better as a gamer, as a player, in hitting my Hydra a lot more, you know, just for the bonus and stuff like that. Now, the reason why I went with the Sunfire Cape is because I know I still needed the armor. And I knew that Cat was going to be a little bit of an issue, but I knew she wasn't going to be that much of a threat. She is AP, but she's not enough AP for me to try and build a magic resist item. You know, Soraka was fairly decent, but I'm not worried about Soraka or Cat. They weren't going to dish out the damage to me that Sivir, Darius, or Riven were. And those were the ones that I was mainly really worried about. And Soraka had 20 assists. I mean, there was only 8 kills on her team that she was never involved with. On my team, I had close to 30, you know, and on some of those, it didn't even matter. I mean, on a lot of those, I mean, it really just didn't matter about a lot of that. Just because, I mean, if we literally take a look at it, I mean, even I was still even chasing some of the stuff that I didn't, wasn't able to get noticed on. Whatever. And there were also points in the game to where it's like, I'm just gonna die, because I know they'll get the turret, because they'll focus me, they won't try and go back and poke, because I'm an easy kill. Now, granted, feeding, I wouldn't actually necessarily, it's not feeding, that's not the right word. Sacrificing yourself for a kill for a turret is worth more than just running and dying. And Lord only knows what that team was screaming. But I will go ahead and give all of my teammates friendly because all of my teammates were freaking awesome. Alright. Now with that, let me go ahead and cut off my local recording here. Alright folks, I am back, and unfortunately, I don't know why the video quality is like this. I'm going to have to look into that to getting that fixed. I do apologize about that. I thought that I ended up fixing it, but the recorded quality just doesn't seem like it's there. Alright. So pretty much, let's go ahead and let's kind of dissect this game a little bit more. This is kind of the starting jungle. We don't care about the starting jungle. So, now, with this, I wind up actually getting first blood. I really wish I could have gotten a little bit more. Right there, I did wind up doing a dive, unfortunately, and we ended up picking up 2 kills. Darius ended up getting a kill over me with that. That wasn't too bad of a decision. Now, and what I originally ended up doing is I originally ended up trying to go just kind of get some boots and stuff like that. I guess the video's not too bad. You can't really see the text, but whatever. Could also be because I only have a standard license. I haven't paid for the absolute premium license. we'll see about getting that cleaned up here. Coming in this year. Now, with the top here, what really ends up happening is that I'm trying to scout Riven, and you know, I'm taking a look at to where, okay, where, if anything, can I pick up a kill or two? Now, Cass is doing a great job at kind of, you know, keeping Riven close, but, you know, the other problem is you know, I was like, does she have a ward there? You know, I don't know. And judging by the time, her ward would have just died. Which is okay, you know, and it's like, yeah, whatever, you know, I'll go back, and then all of a sudden, I see Riven pop out on the mini-map, and it's all like, boom! And me and Cass pick up the kill. I don't think that Riven actually thought that I was there, and I was able to go ahead and drop Riven extremely quickly. That was a really good play on Cass's part and on my part. With Riven kind of vanishing from the map, I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'll go ahead and I'll leave. And, you know, I decided to left, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, and, I mean, granted, we ended up making a few mistakes in this game. I mean, but, you know, it's, you know, given it any time. And then here's Darius, he's coming up, he kills Kassadin, whatever. And at this point, you know, I was like, oh my god, Darius is gonna get fed. Oh my god. Like, totally, like, that's gonna fucking suck. Oh my god. You know, and that's just kind of me not being smart. You know, and it's just, okay, cool. So Darius is chasing me, Riven's chasing me, and I'm going, okay, time to run away. And I'm really just waiting for my fist to come back up so I can run away. You know, and right there, you know, it's like, I thought Darius was a little bit more ahead of me on that. Which, that can seriously scare somebody. Ooh. You know, and I'm taking a look at the items. So let's go ahead and let's move up a little bit further in the game. Like right here, you have Tristan ended up going down, and it's just this right here is just kind of it can get hairy. Let's just put it that way. And right here, I think is where I got killed by Darius. Yep. That's where I got killed by Darius. I should have known better. That was my fault. Shame on me. Yeah, you know, and I have no problem admitting to the fact that I died. And that was totally my fault. So. But that's okay. Now, and right here I'm like, you know, I looked at that and I'm like, what is Darius going? And then it's like, he's going a Wriggle's Lantern. It doesn't make any sense to me. It never has, it never will. You know, I like Wriggle's Lantern, but it's not the OP item that everybody seems to assume that it is. And a lot of people, they don't understand that it's not, you know, it's not as OP as, you know, you may want, but it's still decently OP. That makes no sense whatsoever, I know. So let's go ahead and move on. Darius is top, and I know I can't take Darius on right now. You know, I'm a little too low, Cass. You know, I want to go ahead and pick up my Hydra. I'm checking on it. Now I'm about a grand away from it. This is still relatively early in the game. Then gets a double kill bottom. Alright, now, really quick, what I ended up doing, because I know that there's a ward, like, right around here that Raka placed. Now, when you guys are jungling down here in the bottom, right there, you can actually sneak in and be unnoticed. And I noticed that Cass dies, and it's like, you know, I can't sit there and constantly babysit people. I can't do it anymore. And I'm really learning when to go ahead and just cut my losses and be like, you're done, you're dead, I'm not going to babysit you because it's going to put me even further behind. And learning that helps. I mean, it really does. So. Now, Vi has what's called denting blows. And, I mean, you guys have heard me talk about her quite a bit. Personally, I love her playstyle. I love, how she attacks. Yeah, see, Katarina ends up getting her mask. So right now, she's got her mask, some boots, and some potions. Not bad, but when going up against Zen, since Zen can dash you and dive you, what you really want to go ahead and do is you really just want to be, you really just want to go ahead and try and, kill him. Right here, this is where Vi shines. I ended up moving in with my ulti. I didn't end up using my Vault Breaker because I knew what was going to end up happening. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that she was going to try and escape, and Sivir was really intelligent on a lot of her, on a lot of her items, because she popped her little thingamabobber, her, I don't know what it's called, her barrier thingy. At some key times to where I could have closed in on my ult, we see Katarina coming up, and instead of me trying to chase and engage her, I made the decision of, I knew Trish was a little low, and I didn't think that she'd actually be able to go ahead and survive. Now, this right here is great communication. Because they're all bottom, Trish just tells in, dude, you need to push. And this is Riven being absolutely stupid, and I totally missed my, yeah, I totally ended up missing my Vault Breaker, but that's okay. So, some of the decisions there I don't really agree with, but it's all like, meh. Now, I knew Riven was closing in. I needed to go ahead and, make sure that she couldn't get to Triss, that she couldn't get to any of my other players. I sacrificed myself there. Katarina jumps in, and as you guys can see, she tried to do her ult, and Cassidy just went, ah! Nope, silence, done. And Tristana ended up picking up a lot. Now, Zen came down after killing the turret and really helped us out. Now, I know that their main damage is coming from right here, I know that their main damage is coming, because right here, this is, I'm reviewing where all of my damage is coming from. And it's like, all of my damage is coming from Darius. It's Darius and Riven and Sivir. I'm like, great, okay, cool. I'm going to get a Thorn Mail, which is going to hose Sivir, it's going to hose Darius, and it's going to hose Riven. That's playing smart. That's being intelligent. And right now, and this is right where I tell my team, guys, get armor. If you get armor, you're going to shut them down. So, let's see. That's a little bit more. Boring. We end up getting, I think we picked up every single dragon that actually ever spawned. Let's see here. Boring. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's review this little section here, because this little section is actually going to make an incredibly huge difference. Now, my team is moving towards the middle. I let Trist have bottom. I took a few kills and then I let her have the rest. I didn't care. I would rather go ahead and share because it makes sense. And now, this entire time, I'm still watching my mini-map. As you guys can see, they're pushing mid. They're ignoring me, and I'm going, okay, cool. You guys can ignore me, keep pushing mid. And they're pushing mid incredibly hard. And I know that they can survive. I trust my team. I know that they're not going to go in there and be absolutely stupid. And now, what I'm really hoping that'll end up happening, give me a quick second, guys. Let me go ahead and pause this. Hey, Kitten, you ready? Okay, I'll see you in about 15 to 30. Just let me finish this cast, okay? Alright, just be ready to go because I want to be home before midnight, before all the crazies get out. Alright, love you. Bye. Alright, now, let me go, we're going to continue going on to this. Now, all of a sudden, I start seeing my team drop, but I'm seeing them drop too. Darius is down. They got Trist, but then there's Sivir, then Arsona goes down, and then Zen finally goes down. Now, with this, I know that they're not going to have a whole lot of power. I see that both Cat and Raka are pushing. I don't care about that middle turret. If they end up getting here, that's where I'm really going to care. Now, my team's like, care by, and, you know, things like that. Which is, I mean, it's totally cool, and it's totally, authorized. Now, here comes Riven. Now, watch. Riven's trying to take me on, but she can't do anything. I have my Hydra. She's trying to run away. She stuns me, and it's all like, nope, you're not getting away. I ulti her, and I excessive force her, and then she just dies. Now, my team is like, I need to be very careful. All I wanted was the inhibitor, and notice, I don't stay to start trying to bash turrets. I didn't even check to see, you know, if, how soon they were to up. You know, I see Katarina, and it's all like, okay, cool, can I get her? Nah. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I'm not going to chase her. I know that they're getting up relatively soon. It's not going to be worth my time. And I'm going to kind of watch, because I don't necessarily need Katarina to go ahead and try and, screw me here. Oop, let me go ahead and go back just a few seconds. So. And my wonderful cat came to say hi. Her name is Coco. Meow meow. She's not going to squeak for you guys. It's okay. At any rate. So, hold on. We're going to wait. I'm watching. Okay. Now, right here, we can go ahead and we can see what Katarina is building, and it's an absolute mess. I mean, it's a mess. She doesn't even have the mask. She needs the mask for any of her abilities, really. And she's working on it. She doesn't have it, and she's, being stupid. Now, again, let's, right now, I mean, I have over 3,000 hit points as Vi. You're not going to kill me, not without a fight. And you're not going to kill me without me doing a massive amount of damage to you. Boop. Soda on the kitty said, meow meow. Sorry. Slightly distracted. Now, so if we go ahead and we kind of take a look at a lot of this right here, we do see a lot of what has ended up happening. I'm able to wreck face, wreck house. I'm absolutely decimating. Riven can't do anything. It's me, Tristan, Sona that are pushing, and we're doing an awesome job on it. We're just absolutely devastating. And at this point, I mean, we have the turret, we have the inhibitor, so the top lane is going to go ahead and be able to be pushed. My team mid's doing an awesome job. Sona's warding. Granted, she got a couple of times, but you know what? I don't care. It's just, I mean, my team did excellent. I mean, they did absolutely superb. Right there's Sivir, and she ended up flashing in order to go ahead and get away from Sona. So now we know that the flash is down. Now both me and Zen are rockin' frozen mallets. And since we're both rockin' frozen mallets, nobody's going to be able to get away from us. Now Katarina is trying desperately to go back. I'm just waiting for this next minion wave to go ahead and come up, and this right here is where I make the decision. The turret's at 50% health, and right there, boom. I know that Sivir's going to be there, and bam, I'm going to go ahead and try and kill Riven, and I do end up picking up the kill, and I know I'm dead. But when I'm dead, look, that turret goes down, my team runs back, and it's for the better. Nobody else died. Zen ended up disconnecting, which was sad times. We didn't even notice. So I ended up getting my belt. I felt like, woot! I have my belt. And I'm trying to decide what I want. And I make the decision to go ahead and go for Warmox, because I know that Warmox is going to be incredibly powerful. Now, Tristana's sitting here, and she's able to go ahead, and I know that she's able just to absolutely decimate Darius. Now, unfortunately, Sivir has a high critical rate, so she's pretty much able to really just kind of rip Tristana apart, as you can just see. It was like 2 hits with an ignite, and yeah, you're not surviving that. which is okay. I wasn't really too worried about it. It's not like Tristana was feeding. So... Now, right here, I see it, I see that, Silver may potentially be going for Dragon, stuff like that, so we end up telling Zen, like, Zen, go! So I end up mopping up the top. Right here, I currently see that, they are trying to mop Riven up. They get Riven mopped up, because Riven's out of position. We're running, we're moving, and now we're going to go ahead and push that top turret. We push all the way through the top, we kill that one. We end up heading back. I missed. I kind of wanted to hit, but it felt like, yeah, you know what, whatever. And we're all kind of close. And right here, Riven's dead. She knows it. She overextended, and yeah, she knows she's dead. And at that point, she's also not worth anything. And I'm just like, meh. And then I tell my team, I was like, okay, guys, let's go back. I was like, guys, go heal. Because it's like, we're all fairly low. You guys can go ahead and kind of see it over there. That's like, we're all fairly low. Let's just not give them any free kills to go ahead and, attempt to push on us. We have 2 inhibitors down. The minions will pretty much do the work for us. Which is okay, and, I'm heading on back. I'm like, woo, going back, yeah. Buy my Warmogs. And I was like, no. Normally I buy Fervor, but it's like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and I'll buy Captain's Boots. Because with the Captain's Boots, everybody moves faster but me. And then, our minions move faster and stuff like that. So I think it really works. It's all like, yeah, go minions! Woo! We're going over here, we're gonna go ahead and, we end up killing the little ward thing, and it's all like, yeah, we're gonna do Baron, rawr! And then all of a sudden there's Rocket, and right there is Sivir. And they're going, nah, it's gonna be easy, because there's Cat. We don't know where Darius is. Sivir's running away. She flashes, so we know that her flash is down. And then all of a sudden, that's when they want to go ahead and that's when they want to engage us. And it's like, you guys can't engage us for that. I dropped Sivir, which is their pretty much only main source of damage. And right here, Riven's going down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then Katarina will wind up going down too, because there's nothing that Katarina can go ahead and do for us, do for their team as well. She can try and pull away, but unfortunately, Frozen Mallet ends up, ending that. And this right here is actually just kind of the end of the game. I mean, it was a few really bad decisions, but by the other team, but they. Unfortunately, they gave us the ability to just kind of raffle stomp them, which is really kind of hard, and, I understand a lot of that, and, it's kind of sad sometimes, it really is, but at any rate, this is DerkovRenault-Le. I hope you guys enjoyed the New Year's Eve special. It's midnight in a couple of other places, but it's not midnight here, in the Mountain Standard Zone, but you know what? This is a peace out for all of you guys. My times may end up be changing soon. I did get a job. I am going, they did say that they hired me for second shift, so I may end up moving to early afternoon, maybe right before I go to work, something like that. But you know what though, folks? I do love you all. Do go ahead and follow my page. I have a Twitter account. It's FN DerkovRenault-Le. Just search for DerkovRenault-Le. You'll find me. I'm not the greatest with Facebook. I kind of suck and I kind of hate it. The only thing that I really do on Facebook is I log in, open up a game, play the game for about 5 minutes, and log off. But I'm actually working on, as soon as my logo's done, I'm actually working on getting a fan page for that. And hopefully with your guys' support, we can make, sorry, something caught in my throat. Hopefully we can go ahead and we can make Frag Nation incredibly strong, and then we can go ahead and we can be doing events that are on par with DreamHack, MLG, and folks, with your guys' support, we will go ahead and move on into the future. Also, coming up, I am going to go ahead and I am going to plug this right now. I am planning on doing a StarCraft 2 release special with Heart of the Swarm with a 100% complete playthrough. So I do hope to go ahead and see you guys there. Have a wonderful new year. May 2013 be the best out there ever for you guys. And again, that was the worst apocalypse ever! So, take care, guys. This is DerkovRenault signing off.